Imagine this. You've been working tirelessly for months, maybe even years. You've sacrificed sleep, ignored distractions, and given everything you have. But despite all your efforts, success still feels miles away. You're exhausted, frustrated, and starting to question whether it's even worth it. You begin to wonder, should I just quit? Now, pause for a moment and think about this. What if you are just one step away from your breakthrough? What if the moment you decide to quit is the exact moment before everything falls into place? History is filled with people who almost gave up, but they didn't. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before perfecting the light bulb. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Even Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, but he used that rejection as fuel to become the greatest player of all time. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. Winners don't quit. They push through the pain, through the frustration, and through the self-doubt. And in the end, they emerge stronger, wiser, and victorious. So before you even think about quitting, ask yourself, do I really want to throw away everything I've worked for? Because if you hold on just a little longer, fight just a little harder, you might just realize that success was always within your reach. Life has a way of testing us. It throws obstacles in our path, challenges our willpower, and pushes us to our limits. And in those moments when everything seems impossible, quitting feels like the easiest option. But here's the truth. Quitting never leads to success. It only guarantees failure. Think about this. Every great achievement in history started with struggle. Every success story has a chapter where the hero wanted to give up but chose to keep going instead. That choice, to keep moving forward despite the odds, is what separates ordinary people from extraordinary achievers. When we face setbacks, our minds trick us into believing that we are not good enough, that we are wasting our time. Doubt creeps in, and we start looking for excuses to quit. But the real question is, why did you start in the first place? Was it just a dream? Or was it something deeper, something you truly believed in? You see, the path to success is not meant to be easy. If it were, everyone would do it. The struggles you face today are shaping you, preparing you, making you stronger for what's ahead. So when you feel like quitting, remember this: every second you keep going, you are getting closer to your goal. The pain, the frustration, the sacrifices, they are not in vain. They are part of your journey, part of your story. And one day, when you finally achieve what you set out to do, you will look back and realize that every struggle was worth it. Because you didn't quit. You didn't give up. You kept going. And that made all the difference. Thomas Edison, the man behind the invention of the light bulb, was once told by his teachers that he was too stupid to learn anything. He was fired from multiple jobs for being non-productive. And when he set out to invent the electric light bulb, he failed. Not once, not twice, but over 10,000 times. Imagine failing 10,000 times. Most people would have quit long before reaching that number. But not Edison. When a reporter asked him how it felt to fail so many times, he replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He didn't see failure as the end. He saw it as part of the process. And because he refused to quit, he gave the world one of its greatest inventions. What if he had given up at attempt number 9,999? The world might have remained in darkness a little longer. This is your reminder. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. Keep going. Before Harry Potter became a global sensation, J.K. Rowling was just an unknown writer struggling to make ends meet. She was a single mother, battling depression, and living in near poverty. She spent years writing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, pouring her heart and soul into it. But when she finally sent her manuscript to publishers, she was rejected, not once, not twice, but 12 times. Every rejection letter was another slap in the face, another reason to quit. She could have easily told herself, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should stop writing. But she didn't quit. She kept trying. And finally, a small publishing house, Bloomsbury, decided to take a chance on her book. That single decision changed her life forever. Today, Harry Potter has sold over 500 million copies, making J.K. Rowling one of the richest and most successful authors in history. What if she had given up after the 12th rejection? The world would have never known the magic of Harry Potter. Rejections, failures, and setbacks are not the end of the road. They are just tests to see how much you want something. Keep pushing forward. Today, we know Michael Jordan as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But did you know that he was cut from his high school basketball team? As a teenager, Jordan tried out for the varsity team, but the coach thought he was too short and not skilled enough. He was devastated. He went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. At that moment, he had two choices: accept failure and give up, or work even harder. He chose the second option. Instead of quitting, Jordan started practicing every single day, sometimes for hours. He used his rejection as motivation to improve his game. Years later, he became a 6-time NBA champion, a 5-time MVP, and is now regarded as one of the greatest athletes in history. His story proves that rejection is not the end. It's just an opportunity to get better. If someone tells you, you're not good enough, don't believe them. Prove them wrong. Harlan Sanders, the founder of KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, didn't find success until he was in his 60s. He had tried multiple jobs, from being a cook to selling insurance, but nothing worked out. He was living on a small Social Security check, barely making ends meet. But he had one thing: his special fried chicken recipe. At age 65, he decided to sell his recipe to restaurants. He traveled across America, knocking on doors, visiting restaurant owners, and offering them his secret blend of herbs and spices. He was rejected 1,009 times. Most people would have given up long before that. But not Sanders. He believed in his idea. And on the 1,010th try, a restaurant finally agreed to use his recipe. That one, yes, led to the creation of KFC, which today has over 24,000 locations worldwide. What if he had quit at attempt number 1,009? The world would have never tasted KFC. Success doesn't come easy. It comes to those who refuse to quit. Oprah Winfrey is one of the most influential women in the world today. But her journey to success was anything but easy. As a young news anchor, she was fired from her first TV job. The reason? Her boss told her she was too emotional and unfit for television. Most people would have taken that as a sign to quit. But Oprah didn't. She believed in herself. She kept working, kept improving, and eventually landed a role in a small talk show. That small talk show later became The Oprah Winfrey Show, which ran for 25 years, won multiple Emmy Awards, and made her one of the richest women in the world. Oprah's story proves that failure is never final unless you accept it. When people doubt you, don't let their words define you. Let your actions prove them wrong. Sylvester Stallone, the famous actor behind Rocky, was once so broke that he couldn't even afford food. He had to sell his dog for $25 just to survive. But he had a dream to be an actor. He wrote the script for Rocky and started pitching it to producers. They all rejected him. Some offered to buy the script, but didn't want him as the lead actor. Stallone refused to sell it unless he played the role himself. He was rejected over 1,500 times. Finally, a producer agreed to his terms, but only gave him $35,000 for the script. With that money, the first thing Stallone did was buy back his dog. That same dog ended up appearing in Rocky. The movie became a massive success, won 3 Academy Awards, and turned Stallone into a superstar. Imagine if he had given up after 1,000 rejections. He would have never become Rocky Balboa. His story teaches us that if you truly believe in something, don't let anyone talk you out of it. Keep fighting for your dreams. All of these legends had one thing in common. They didn't quit. They faced rejection, failure, and hardship, but they kept going. And in the end, they won. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember, you are stronger than you think. You are closer than you realize. You have everything it takes to succeed. Just don't quit now. As we come to the end of this video, I want you to take a moment and reflect on everything you just heard. Every story, every struggle, every failure, what do they all have in common? One simple truth: they didn't quit. Thomas Edison didn't quit after failing 10,000 times. J.K. Rowling didn't quit after 12 rejections. Michael Jordan didn't quit after being cut from his team. Colonel Sanders didn't quit after hearing no more than 1,000 times. Oprah didn't quit after being fired. Sylvester Stallone didn't quit after 1,500 rejections. And because they didn't quit, they changed their lives. They changed the world. Now, think about yourself. What is stopping you? Is it failure? Is it rejection? Is it self-doubt? Let me tell you something. All of these obstacles are temporary. The pain you are feeling right now, the struggles you are facing, the doubts creeping into your mind, none of them will last forever. But if you quit now, the regret of giving up will stay with you for a lifetime. Think about the future version of yourself, the version who succeeded, who overcame every challenge, who never gave up. That version of you is waiting. But you will never reach that future if you quit today. Right now, you have a choice. You can give up, or you can push forward. You can choose to walk away and say, "It's too hard." Or you can take a deep breath, stand tall, and say, "I will not quit. I will fight for my dreams." Success is not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about resilience. It's about pushing forward when everything inside you wants to stop. It's about showing up, even when no one believes in you. The road will never be easy. There will be moments when you feel like you are alone. Moments when the world will tell you to stop. But those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments that separate winners from quitters. And I know you are not a quitter. So, the next time you feel tired, the next time failure knocks on your door, the next time you feel like the whole world is against you, remember this message. Don't quit now. Because your success story is still being written. And the best part is yet to come.